Okay, there are almost 70 to 80 such segments present in the earthworm.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, and there are two portions in the earthworm, like the anterior and the posterior portion in the earthworms. Like this one is the anterior portion. Okay, that is the mouth, and this one is the posterior portion.
Yes, sir.
That one is the posterior portion. Posterior portion, and that is anus here. That is excretory organ. Okay, and this portion, I'm actually forgetting the term. I will be telling you that in the next class. Okay.
It's like that is that the food of like that the worm absorbed.
It's like the
It's like the food that the worm absorbed.
that the worm absorbs. No, it's not like the food that gets stored in the body. No, that's not
I
it.
think it's because, sir, when the earthworm moves back and forth, I think it forms that shape. So yeah, I got
It
down.
forms that shape while it's moving. Okay.
Yes, sir. I think.
Okay, you think, but look, I'm not entirely sure about that. I will have to look on that. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Okay. So we talked about the breathing in different organisms, and respiration in plants was left right now.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
out of respiration and breathing, respiration is the 24-hour process that goes on in every living organism, whether it's plant or whether animals, right now.
It
So
can
what
only happen
parts?
in daytime.
It can only happen in
Daytime.
which plants?
Daytime.
Daytime. No, respiration can happen
You said
in 24.
yesterday
That is for
that it
photosynthesis.
only happen in sunlight.
That is
No,
for photosynthesis.
photosynthesis. That is photosynthesis now. Photosynthesis will
Yes.
occur during daytime only, while respiration is a 24-hour process. Yeah. Hello. Because you see, in the process of photosynthesis, what is happening? Apart from the formation of glucose, energy is also, oxygen is released there right now. And to carry out photosynthesis, you need sunlight that is available only during daytime. While what happens during the night time, there is no availability of sunlight. Yes. So hence there is no photosynthesis occurring at the night time. So the plant can only do the process of respiration during the night. No photosynthesis is there. And in the process of respiration, what happens? Plant requires oxygen. So the oxygen that is produced in the process of photosynthesis, that can also be used by the plant during the respiration, and the plant can also take up the oxygen from the environment via the stomatal pores. All right now. And interestingly, it's not just the shoot system of the plant that does respiration, it's also the root system of the plant that can do the process of respiration.
Sir,
All
can
right,
you
guys.
explain again? I didn't understand.
How do?
I didn't understand. Can you tell like again?
Okay, sure. Look here. In the process of photosynthesis, as we know, what goes in that process, carbon dioxide is taken up by the plants from the atmosphere via the stomatal pores. The stomata have got pores now. Small openings are there in the stomata. And in the presence of sunlight, okay, in the chlorophyll of the plant, the process occurs and glucose is being formed there, that is C6H12 and O6 is formed. Apart from that, oxygen is also released right now. So here the given condition, as you guys already know, the basic thing is that sunlight is present only during the daytime, hence plant performs photosynthesis during daytime only. While in the process of respiration, what will happen? Plant will be breaking down this produced food. Okay, so glucose will be broken down in the presence of oxygen. Okay, to give energy and carbon dioxide apart from water. So the thing here is now, plant is getting oxygen during daytime also, and plant is having oxygen during nighttime also. Okay, that is the reason why the plants can perform photosynthesis, sorry, respiration for 24 hours. Okay, because like we humans, they also need energy to carry out the functions. Is that clear?
Yes, sir, that's clear.
Okay. No.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
So the plants can like release oxygen anytime, right?
Plants can release oxygen. Why will they be releasing oxygen anytime? They will be releasing oxygen only during the process of photosynthesis, because photosynthesis is occurring
But
during
then
the
they
daytime
stored
only.
some oxygen from the photosynthesis, right? So for
The-
respiration.
yeah, look, there's a variety of species of plants. Okay, in reality, there's no need to store the oxygen to carry out the process of respiration. Okay, but the plants, it is seen that the plants, the carbon dioxide that is released during the night time, many times you see there are certain plants that will be storing this carbon dioxide to use that carbon dioxide during the process of photosynthesis. Hmm.
So it's almost like a cycle form, right, sir?
It's almost like a cycle here. Like the products that are being formed in the process of respiration, that is carbon dioxide, it can be used up in the process. It can be used to carry out photosynthesis during day. And this oxygen, okay, it can be used up by some of the plants to carry out respiration, and it cannot be used by some of the plants. It depends from plants to plant. All right now.
Yes, sir, I get
Is
it.
that clear? Okay. So just like humans respire, just like other organisms, fishes, dolphins, whales, they do the process of respiration. You see, plants also do the process of respiration. Okay. So plants take in oxygen and they give in carbon dioxide. Now this exchange is happening from where? This is actually happening if you were to talk about the shoot system. If you were to talk about the shoot system, the part of the plant just above the soil, that's the shoot system. So from the shoot system, especially from the leaves in them have got stomatal pores. Okay. Why which exchange of gases are happening here? So during the process of respiration, carbon dioxide that is produced, it is released to the atmosphere. Why this opening? And it is taken up by the plant by this opening also. Oxygen is taken up by the plant by this opening also. Is that clear?
Um, so the carbon dioxide is gonna enter and the O2 is gonna release, right?
So
Look here.
can you tell again what did you just say?
Yeah.
Because
Okay, I will be repeating that. But as I said, the carbon dioxide can be used up by the plants, but not necessarily that all the plants will be using it up. So
no,
we
sir.
don't say it in
In
a
the
general way.
diagram, you just drew us the
Okay,
stomatal, right?
Yeah,
So in that, like it is pointing that this carbon dioxide is released out,
exactly.
but then it's oxygen, right? So which is gonna release.
No, no, we are not talking about respiration, not about photosynthesis. Okay. In the process of respiration, glucose is reacting with oxygen to give out a carbon dioxide. Hmm? Plants take in oxygen from the air and give out carbon dioxide in the process of respiration.
So, but then don't they store the energy and the carbon dioxide in them?
Look, as I said, plant species varies. Plants varies from species to species. In a general way, in a general term, general notation, we say that plants release carbon dioxide in the process of respiration. We don't say that it is stored. But for some plants might store this up and use it in the process of photosynthesis. Okay, it is said
Okay.
that the banyan or the people tree that you have, okay, that actually stores this carbon dioxide to be used up in the process of photosynthesis. Getting it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just like in the case of we humans, we were breaking up glucose. Okay, that is C6H12O6 in the presence of oxygen to give out carbon dioxide, water, along with energy. Same process occurs in the case of plants also. They will be breaking down the glucose into carbon dioxide and water and release energy to perform other functions. So plants also has got to perform several functions now, right? For example,
So in the respiration, we also release water.
yes, we also release water. Apart from carbon dioxide and water, apart from carbon dioxide energy, water is also released in the process of respiration. Remember that.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So the plants will be using this energy to carry out several works. For example, it can be using this energy to do transpiration. Okay, some of them energy can be used to for movement of molecules in its also in its body, movement of water slash food, right? So you see this plant here, in order to carry out its day-to-day activities, different types of activities. For example, water moves to the shoot system in the upward direction. The movement of the water is always in the upward direction. Always remember that. Okay, now in order to carry out, the plant has got spatial cells. Okay, for example, they have got xylem cells. Just like we humans have got bloods, everything that you eat, it goes to each and every cell of your body via the blood. Okay, and the waste material that every cell produces in your body, that also is being released outside of our body because of the help of the blood. So blood is providing the necessary components to the cells of human body also, and it is taking out the excreta and carbon dioxide produced by the cells outside of the cell also. Are you guys getting it what I'm saying? So in the same manner, now plants have also got spatial cells to take water from the roots.
Sir, our xylem cell is xylem a pipe or a cell?
Look, there's a pipe-like structure. Very good, as you mentioned here. There's a pipe-like structure. Okay, and that pipe-like structure is made up of xylem cells. Okay, and in the
Okay.
same manner, the food that is being produced in the leaves of the plant. Okay, now each and every portion of the plant requires energy, whether it be the shoot system or whether it be the root system, whether it be the tip of the roots also. So energy will be moving downward also, upward also, and left right also. So the energy that is produced in the process of photosynthesis will be carrying in all direction by the phloem cells.
Sir, can I leave? I traveled just today and my head is paining.
Okay,
I'm not
okay,
feeling well.
okay, no issue. Okay, you can continue from where we left. Okay, or you can watch the recording then.
Thank
Okay,
you, sir. Bye.
yeah, bye, no issue. Okay, so the respiration is occurring in the plants in this manner. Now, the respiration in plants differs from animals in what way? Hmm? In our body, respiration occurs where? It occurs in the mitochondria in the cells. You guys haven't forgotten about mitochondria, no? We talked about mitochondria,
No,
if you
sir.
remember. This mitochondria here. But in the case of the plants, respiration is occurring where? It is occurring through the leaves and the roots. Okay, in some cases, respiration can occur through the stems also. Hmm?
Okay, sir.
So we say
Yes, sir.
respiration in plants differ from animals as it occurs in different parts, in different organs, occurs in roots and leaves. In some cases, it may occur from the stems also. Okay, now let's talk a bit about the respiration that occurs in the leaves here. Okay, so yeah, So say this is your leaf here. All right. By the way, leaves also are of two types. Have you seen that? In the leaves, veins are of different structures. Some of them are like this. Huh?
Yes, sir.
There are two
Yes, sir.
types of venation.
Yes, sir. Parallel venation and the other one I forgot.
Reticulate venation.
Yeah,
Par-
sir.
Yes,
exactly.
reticulate venation.
Parallel and reticulate venation are found in leaves. Okay. Now, if I were to take a small portion out of it and make a slide of it and view it under a microscope, so I will be seeing that there are structures inside it that look like this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. This here is the stomatal pore. Stomatal pore. And these bean-like structures that you are seeing, these are actually the guard cells. Guard cells. Basically, it's like they are guarding the pore here, guarding this stomatal pore here, right now. And this whole structure, we call it as what? We call it as stomata.
Tomato.
Stomata. Okay. So in the stomata, you have got stomatal pores. Okay. And the stomatal pore is guarded by the guard cells. All right. Now here, what happens? The leaves of the plants have got all, or like the in some cases now, uh, not in some cases, like in majority of the cases of the plants, you will see the stomatal pore. Basically, the stomata is present on the above of the leaf. It's not beneath the leaf. Okay. Stomata is present on the upside of the leaves, not on the bottom side.
So
Getting it what I'm
between
saying here?
for some plants, the stomata is located
Hmm.
under the leaf, right?
Under
Like
the leaf
cactus.
also. Okay, that's why I say that in most of the plants, it is seen that it is present above the on the upper side of the leaf, not on the bottom side of the leaf. But in some of them, it is present in the bottom side also. You were
Okay.
mentioning cactus. Cactus, it's not a leaf; it's a stem, modified form of a stem. Okay, that can
Like
perform photosynthesis.
the stems it has like stomata under them, right? So
Please repeat.
like the stems, like they have like the stomata under them, right?
Stomata under them.
Yes, sir.
No, stomata is not under them. Uh, I think you are mentioning about the wax-like liquid that is present above the stem of the cactus. Okay, like the cactus plant, which you will see now, there's a wax-like structure present above the stem. That is basically to avoid the loss of water. The wax-like structure present above the um, cactus plant, that is to avoid the loss of water. And you have got thorns in them. Thorns are what? Here, this structure that you are seeing, it is the modified stem. Okay, and they have got thorns on them, and thorns are basically modified leaves. Right now, modified leaves. So the stomata that you are seeing, it is present beneath the wax. All right now. Okay,
Sir, and the wax is present in this cactus, right?
it is present inside the cactus also, and it is present above the layer of the cactus also. Okay, it looks
So,
yeah.
Okay, sir.
so basically, it is located on the stem,
It is
like
located
on the.
above the stem, just above the stem. In order to avoid the loss of water, why the process of transpiration? Okay,
Okay, sir.
like if there's some surface, for example, and if you were to apply a oil over it or a waxy layer over it, so that will actually prevent the loss of water from that surface now. So the same thing happens in the case of cactus also. And while if you were to cut it open, inside that also you will find the jelly-like substance. Have you not seen the like the aloe vera plant? Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
in the aloe vera plant, if you were
Yes,
to
sir.
look at closely, it actually shines. Okay, if it's clean, you will see it's a very thin layer of wax over it. Okay, that actually prevents the loss of water. Anyways, coming back to it, respiration. The leaves of the plants have got the tiny pores that is called as stomatal pores. And via this, they do the gaseous exchange. So you guys need to remember, like in different organisms, we have been talking about the site of gaseous exchange. So in plants, it is, especially in the leaves, it is
Stomata.
stomata or stomatal pore, right? It will taking in oxygen, releasing the carbon dioxide. Okay, now
Yes, sir.
one more thing here is that, is the movement of the gas here happening by the diffusion or not?
Sir, can you repeat the question?
The movement of gas inside this stomatal pore, is it happening by the process of diffusion?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Here you see it happens by the process of diffusion. Okay, so the oxygen from air enters into the cells of the leaf through diffusion. Right now, while the CO2 that will be produced in the process of respiration, it will also diffuse from the leaf to the atmosphere by the process of diffusion and through the stomata. So the gaseous exchange in leaves, okay, occur in stomatal pore via process of diffusion. Okay, now let's talk about the respiration in plants with the help of their roots. Hmm. Leaves are not the only component of the plant that does respiration. Roots are also doing the respiration. Now, root cells of the plants respire under the ground, obviously. Okay, they also need oxygen to carry out different functions. Okay, and they do their own respiration to release the energy to carry out their functions. Right now,
Sir,
hmm.
stem also have, right?
Stems also have got pores, but normally in the plants that have got a thick bark. Okay, for example, take the mango plant. So mango plant, if you were to look at the stem, it is not green, it is dark brown and basically covered by the dark cells. That is the bark. So how will they be
Oh,
performing? But if you were to see like the herbs and shrubs, okay, herbs and shrubs. So their stems are green, okay, and thin, and in some cases they might perform photosynthesis. But usually, sorry, not photosynthesis. Yeah, they can perform photosynthesis as well, but we are talking about respiration here. So they can perform respiration, but mainly respiration is limited to the leaves and roots only. Getting it now?
Yes, sir, got it.
Okay. So plant roots have got a very large number of tiny hairs, as you all know. Okay. So forget about this image for a moment. Let's talk about the plant roots here. By the way, roots are also of two types. What are the two types of roots, guys?
Taproot and
semi, sir.
And
one more
one
root,
more.
I forgot the name.
Yes,
Mhm.
sir.
Taproot
That is
and
taproot and
Just try to remember the name. It is
like
fibrous roots,
yeah,
no?
yeah, fibrous
Mhm.
roots.
Okay. So you have got two types of roots. For example, the grasses, they have got fibrous roots. Radish, carrot, spinach, not spinach, radish and carrot and turnip. They have got tap roots. And in tap root, they basically store what? Store food. No, these are the root hairs here. Okay, so the root of the plants have got root hairs also. There are so many of root hairs. Getting it now? Now oxygen from the air which is present inside the soil particles. Now this plant submerged under the soil, and you see the soils also have got trapped oxygen between them,
yes, sir.
or it's better to say trapped air. So they are trapped molecules of air in between the soil particles. Okay. So the root hairs will be taking those trapped air molecules, okay, by the process of again diffusion, right now. So the trapped air molecules will be taken up by the root hairs by the process of diffusion. And diffusion is not a very fast process. It's a slow process. Okay. Especially here in this case, it's a slow process. Right now, is that clear?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's why it is advised not to overwater the plant.
Oh, yeah,
Because
sir.
that will fill the overwatering the plant will do what, guys? It will fill up the spaces between the soil particles, and the trapped air will be released into the environment, into the air back. Okay,
So,
hence the
sir,
root
once
airs won't
can
be
you
getting air.
explain-
Yeah. Mhm.
So once again, can you explain what happens if the air molecule, what if diffusion doesn't happen?
Mhm. If diffusion does not happens, okay, in that case what happens? Look here, if you have a pot, normally people have got flowering plants and they fail to keep it alive right now. So let's say this is a flowering plant here, and the roots are like this here. Hmm. So you will see in the pot here there will be a hole in the beneath also, so that if extra water is poured in, they can come, the extra
To
water will
drain the
come
water.
out of this hole to drain out the water. Right now, overwatering will do what? As I said, suppose this is the soil particles here. Okay, soil particles here, and suppose these are the air molecules trapped in between the soil particles. Okay, now if you were to pour in water, if you were to pour water in it, the water molecules will be taking up this empty spaces. The water molecules will be taking up these spaces here now. So the air molecules will be released back into the air, right?
Okay.
So since there is no air in the soil now, no trapped air, the plant won't be able to perform respiration. The
The plants will die
root
due to this
cells,
application, right?
exactly, because the roots will start to die, hence the plant will
Yes, sir.
also start to die. Because the root cells, their function is to take up the water and important minerals from the soil and transport it to the shoot system. So if the root system is not performing respiration, no respiration means no energy produced. So no energy, the roots won't be able to perform its function. Okay, that's why the
So,
potted plants usually does not last long. Yeah,
so if diffusion doesn't happen, the roots cannot transport the food.
exactly. The roots cannot transport the water and minerals if the diffusion does not occurs here. Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So also you see, like due to this process, oxygen is available to the plants. Okay, and we talked about the potted plants right now. Now, you see, due to the production of alcoholic products, due to the production of alcoholic products during the anaerobic respiration, what happens? Under the anaerobic respiration, what happens? As you guys know, um, as we say that alcoholic products are formed. Hmm? And you see, it is not wise to sleep under a tree. Why is it so? During the night, it's advised not to sleep under the tree.
Because it releases carbon dioxide during the night.
During the night, it releases carbon dioxide during the process of respiration. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and you see, normally it is said, and there has been many cases where people have been found to be sleeping under a tree, and the next day they never woke up. Okay, but that usually happens in a very close and compact spaces. The forest is very dense. Okay, then it might happen. Okay, that's why even the people who go into the forest, they look out for an open space to camp. Yeah. So what happens if you were to take a look at the lungs of the person who has slept under the tree? What will happen? The lungs of the person will be filled with carbon dioxide rather than oxygen. Okay, so the person will suffer from suffocation, and he will be able to feel the excess weight of carbon dioxide on his chest. Okay, he will be able to feel excess weight of CO2 on his chest due to filling of carbon dioxide gas inside his lungs. Getting it now? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, all right then. So simply that is all about the chapter respiration. Okay, I think we have covered the major points of the chapter. Do you guys have any questions? Bring in your questions. Mhm.
Sir, can you explain the diffusion part in the humans once
In
again?
the human, yes, in the alveoli you are talking about, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Look here. Say this is no. Say this is your lungs. This is the lungs of human. Okay, and there are different organs of the respiratory system, as we know. Okay, starting from pharynx, then from trachea, then from bronchioles, and then ending at where it ends to alveoli is here right now. Suppose it is like this, and if you were to take out this section here, okay. Now in the different organisms, we saw that the site of gaseous exchange is different, and in the human case, the site of gaseous exchange is alveoli. Before before we I discuss this concept of diffusion in the case of alveoli, do tell me, do you like what is the concept of diffusion? Is that clear or not?
Yes, sir. Like
Hmm.
air molecules move from like higher pressure to lower
Hmm.
pressure.
Exactly. Now you see this alveoli is covered up by the blood capillaries. These are covered up by the blood capillaries right now. Now the function of the blood performs different functions. Blood has got multiple functions to perform. For example, blood carries oxygen and it carries carbon dioxide also. It consists of different types of cells. It has got red blood cells inside it, white blood cells inside it. Okay, all of them have got different functions to do. For example, white blood cells improves your immunity, right? Likewise, one of the function of the blood is to carry the oxygen and carbon dioxide. And how it carries, actually, it does not carry it in pure form. It actually basically, you guys have heard about about hemoglobin.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hemoglobin.
Exactly. So in the blood, you have got hemoglobin. So whatever oxygen is coming into our lungs, so I mean, whatever
What
oxygen
is
is
the
being
basic?
filtered out by the lungs. Yeah. Hello.
What is the basic difference between hemoglobin and blood?
No, there's no difference. Hemoglobin is component of the blood. Okay. Hemoglobin is component of the blood. Hemoglobin is
Uh,
found inside the blood. In short, it is written as capital H small b. Okay. Getting it now. So whatever the air that comes into the lungs here, the air that comes into the lungs here, it consists of all the different types of gases. Okay, not just carbon dioxide and oxygen. There are different variety of gases. It could be poisonous gases as well. So here at the site of this alveoli, what happens? It is enriched with the blood capillaries. And blood capillaries, I was saying that it carries oxygen and carbon dioxide. How does it carries? Blood capillaries consist of blood, no? Inside the blood capillaries, basically blood is flowing. And in the
Yes, sir.
blood, as I said, hemoglobin is found there. Now, it is generally taught to you guys in senior classes, but here I'm saying that hemoglobin will react with oxygen to form oxyhemoglobin. Okay, just no need to remember the term, just to make you guys understand the concept I am saying it here. Okay, like oxygen does not flows into blood in the pure form. Oxygen that is taken up by the blood, it actually combines with hemoglobin and then flows. Similarly, the cells that gives out carbon dioxide in the process of respiration, it also reacts with CO2 and forms carboxyhemoglobin. Forms what? Carboxyhemoglobin. These are terms you guys no need to worry about and no need to remember them as well. You can forget about them. So oxygen and carbon dioxide flows in the combined form with the hemoglobin in your blood. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Some people
Yes.
have less hemoglobin, right? They'll have breathing
Exactly.
problem.
Exactly. You got the concept. That's why they have got breathing problem. Okay, due to lesser hemoglobin.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Now, see, you are in the lungs here. Okay, and this is the blood capillary, and you and I have taken lots of air molecules are here. Okay, and out of all the different types of air molecules, these, let's say there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these are all oxygen molecules right now. And here you have got the blood capillary, in which, let's say, let's assume, let's take out any one blood capillary in this one. Okay, suppose it has got only one oxygen molecule. Okay, only one molecule of oxygen is there, while in the surrounding there are lots of oxygen molecules. For example, let's say 10 oxygen molecules are there. Okay, so in this area more molecules of oxygen are present here, so it means there is a more pressure here, while in the blood here the pressure is low. Right now?
Sir, can you explain one more time?
Yeah, sure. In the surrounding of the alveoli, the air that we have inhaled, it is filled up in our lungs. It consists of
Yes,
different
sir.
gases. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And it will consisting of oxygen molecules also. Suppose,
Yes,
just
sir.
for an example, I have said that, suppose just the air that is surrounding this alveoli here, it consists of 10 oxygen molecules. 10 oxygen molecules are surrounding this alveoli here. And inside this alveoli, there's a blood nerve in which only one oxygen molecule is there. Hmm? So here you are seeing that there's a high pressure surrounding this alveoli, high pressure, because there are more number of oxygen molecules. And inside this, there is lesser amount of oxygen molecule, only one. So obviously there will be flow from higher to lower, higher pressure to lower pressure here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Is it
sir.
Sir,
clear?
so
Mhm.
the higher pressure, like where there are more oxygen molecules, will get
Hmm.
mixed with the in the
Hmm.
blood capillaries.
Exactly. It will move inside the blood capillary and then it will be reacting with the hemoglobin and flow as oxyhemoglobin. Okay. It's if it's still not clear, let me give you the concept of here. For example, you have got the liquefied petroleum gas cylinders at our home right now. Say this is the LPG cylinders. You know what is LPG cylinder, right? Liquefied petroleum gas.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
in these cylinders, LPG gas is compressed at very high pressure. At very high pressure, it is compressed. So when the nozzle is open, you see the gases starts to come out at a very high speed. Okay, there's no burner attached here. Okay, right now, if you were to open it out, you will be able to sense the smell of the LPG. In fact, there's a component added in it to make it a smell. Okay, because the pure LPG, it has got no smell. There's a component added in it. Okay, why it is added? So that we get to know of the gas leakage, if there is gas leakage. Anyways, getting to the concept here. Here
Yes, sir.
inside the cylinder, there was so much amount of gas. You know, you can compress gas. Yeah, the three states of out of the three states of matter, the matter which can be compressed maximum is gas. Yeah, right now. So that's why we have compressed a large volume of gas inside this small cylinder. So here you are seeing that there's a high pressure because there's much more amount of molecules hitting the walls of the cylinder, and that generates a pressure here. Small gases molecules are always in motion, right? Now they are always in motion. Now as soon as you were to open the nozzle here, what happened? The the molecules of liquefied petroleum gas, it came to a region where there was low pressure. Why? Because there was, in fact, there was no LPG molecules present in the air, right? Now in the same
Yes,
manner,
sir.
if you got this one will be easy. In the same manner, there's a high amount of oxygen molecules surrounding the alveoli. So as soon as the oxygen enters the lungs, it will be entering the blood capillaries because there is a deficiency of oxygen in the blood. Yeah, is it clear now?
Yes, sir, it's
Yes,
clear.
sir. It is clear.
It is clear now. Okay. Any other questions from the chapter, or or if no, I will be posing some questions. Everything's clear? Yes.
Sir, can you explain like what is exhaling?
What is exhaling? Sure. Look here. Breathing consists of two exercises. One is simply the inhalation, and then other one is the exhalation. Inhalation and exhalation. Okay. Now, exhalation. Why is it necessary? Exhalation. We need to we need to release the waste material, basically the waste gas produced in the cells. So in the cells, as we know, especially in the mitochondria, what happens in there? The process of respiration goes on there, and that will be releasing carbon dioxide apart from water and energy, right? Now, so this carbon dioxide needs to be released from the body, and it is released in what manner? It
Exhalation.
exhalation, right? Now, so what will happen?
Yes,
This
sir.
again, let's draw the diagram of the lungs here. Okay, now here's your lungs, and let's say here's now you have got the heart, for example. Okay, and there are four chambers in the heart. Okay, now what happens, guys? What happens? The function of the heart, I will be explaining that also here. Okay, look here. This again is your alveoli that takes up the oxygen. This arrow denotes that oxygen is being taken up by the blood capillaries here. Okay,
Okay, sir.
now suppose now we know that carbon dioxide is also being released by each and every cell inside our body. So the blood that carries carbon dioxide, it does not directly goes to the lungs. It first has to go through the heart. It has to first go through the heart. Okay, so the function of the lungs in human body is what you know. It takes up the oxygenated blood coming from the lungs. Okay, and then it goes, for example, it's like this. Look here, let's say the oxygenated blood is coming from this lung. Just for graphical representation, I'm showing it here. Okay, it's not exactly. Okay, just to try to make you guys understand. So the blood nerve coming from the lungs here, it is rich in oxygen, right? So the heart will be taking up this oxygen rich blood, and then it will be going to the all part of the body. It will be going to the cells. Okay, is that clear so far?
Sir, as the heart pumps the blood, so the oxygen gets mixed with the blood again and then produces it to the whole body.
Exactly. Heart,
Okay,
no,
sir.
as the heart pumps, it's not when the heart will be pumping the blood, then the oxygen will be getting mixed. No, as the oxygen, like here you see now, this alveoli is surrounded by oxygen molecules here, and there it is getting mixed into the blood capillaries by the process of diffusion. So the mixing of oxygen is already happening in the lungs now. It's not happening in the heart. Heart is like the pumping machine. Just how you take out the water from the ground, now from the underground water. That is the function of the heart here. So the heart will be taking the oxygen rich blood from the lungs, and then it will be transporting it to the each and every cell. Is this process so far clear to you guys or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now cells will be doing what? Cells will be doing the process of respiration now. They will be doing process of respiration. So in that they will be releasing carbon dioxide. So there will be another vein that will be carrying the what? Carrying the carbon dioxide rich blood that consists of CO2 in it. Okay. Getting it now? And then there will be one
The
more
cells,
nerve. Mhm.
so the cells take the carbon dioxide to the heart.
Not the cells take the carbon dioxide. Cells are, look,
Like,
every cell in your body is connected by nerves. Every cell is connected by the nerves. Okay,
So the
and
cells
basically blood flows in the nerves. Mhm.
yes, sir.
the cells will pass to the nerves, and the nerves will take it to the heart.
Exactly. That's what happens. The nerves
Okay.
brings in all the resources for the cell. It will be bringing in the oxygen, and it will be taking out the carbon dioxide also. All right now. So the carbon dioxide gets mixed with the hemoglobin again, as we discussed earlier, and it will be taken to the heart. Okay. Okay, which chamber? We are not getting into that depth right now. Okay, there are 4 chambers. In which chamber which nerve goes, we are not going in there. All right. Okay. So now then again, this carbon dioxide rich blood, when it reaches the heart via the help of, let's say, another chamber. Okay, let's say you have got one more, this chamber here, which you are seeing here, this chamber, upper one. Okay, what happened? It will again be going to the lungs. It will be going to the lungs, and this nerve that is carrying the blood to the nerve, it is rich in carbon dioxide now. Okay, and this is actually going to the where? Alveoli. Now pay attention here. Carbon dioxide rich blood is coming from the heart to the alveoli. This is your alveoli. Okay, and via the and this alveoli is, it is rich in blood capillaries right now. So here just the opposite is happening. Here in this alveoli, there is a more concentration of carbon dioxide. There's more CO2 molecules are there. Getting it what I'm saying? More carbon dioxide molecules are present in the blood capillary that is surrounding the alveoli now. So here the pressure is high now. Yes, is it clear to you guys? If there's any doubt,
Yes,
please
sir.
just stop me there. So far everything's clear.
Yes, sir, it's
Yes.
clear.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
So here the pressure is high, while in the surrounding of this alveoli, the pressure is low. Okay, the pressure is low. There are lesser molecules of carbon dioxide here, right now. So there will be movement of carbon dioxide molecule from high pressure, that is from the alveoli, to the lungs now. To the lungs now. Getting it now, right? And then it will be taken up by the lungs and then released back into the environment. So this is how the process of exhalation basically takes place. I hope it is clear.
Oh, yes, sir, it's clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is clear now. Okay then. Okay, few questions I would like to pose, like what is the basic difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration? Mhm. What is the basic
Aerobic,
difference?
Sir, in
aerobic
anaerobic,
respiration, oxygen is required, and anaerobic respiration, oxygen is not required.
Hmm. Okay, and you mentioned the next point.
So you're asking to me?
Yeah.
sir,
Okay. So who are you asking to, like,
No, you can
me
go,
or
Vega. You
Chakrika?
can go.
Okay. Vaiga, you just answer it, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Chakrika, you answer it. The next point.
Okay, sir. So, sir, in aerobic respiration, we release energy,
Mhm.
water, and carbon dioxide. But in
Okay.
anaerobic respiration, we release. I mean, not we. Like,
Basically,
if
the
it is
organism
in humans, then
anaerobes.
we release lactic acid
Mhm.
and energy, a little bit of energy, sir.
Okay.
And in aerobic respiration, there's like 38 ATP.
Mm.
But then in anaerobic respiration, there's only 5 ATP.
5 ATP. Okay. What about the human cells? What happens in the case of human cells if they were to perform anaerobic respiration? You already told that. You tell me about the yeast. How respiration occurs in yeast? Yes. In the case of yeast, how
Me?
respiration occurs? Yeah. In the case of yeast.
Oh, okay, sir. In yeast, like, should I say what all are released or?
What does the release basically? You can say the process is obvious.
Okay, sir. So it releases alcohol, just a bit of energy,
Mhm.
and
There's a one more gas released,
and yes, sir, carbon dioxide.
carbon dioxide. So glucose is broken down in absence of oxygen into alcohol. Okay, alcohol along with CO2 and little bit of energy also. This is happening in the case of yeast. Okay, and this is actually the method that is used for the production of wine and beer also. Getting it now? Okay. Now, what about the respiration in humans? What are the organs involved in the process of respiration? Like you have got the nostrils now, nostrils, then the
Yes,
nasal
sir.
cavity.
Nasal
Like, what are you
cavity or
asking, sir?
pharynx,
Mhm.
trachea, also known as windpipe,
Mhm.
Bronchus,
Mhm.
and then the lungs,
Lungs.
to bronchus,
alveoli.
You forget the alveoli.
alveoli.
Yes, sir, I said
Alveoli.
the alveoli.
You said the alveoli, right? Okay. Now, you see the nasal cavity. It releases a secretion. It releases a wet and gummy solution. Okay, that is gluey substance. That is called what? That is
Mucus.
Mucus.
mucus. Good. That is mucus. Okay. And there's an interesting thing about sneezing that if someone were to sneeze closing their nose, they might actually rupture some of the nerves in the brain. Okay. So it carries so much of intensity. All right now. Okay. And uh, and in the case of cockroach, what is the site of gaseous exchange? Why can you tell me this?
What, sir?
Can you repeat the question?
The question is cockroach have got which organ, which is the site of
Uh,
gaseous exchange?
Tracheal tube, sir.
Tracheal tubes or simply
so I
trachea.
was absent on that day which you told about the animals.
Okay, you were not present that day, guys. Yes, right, right.
Yes, so I will watch the recordings.
Okay, okay. Why, watch the recordings. I
Okay,
told
sir.
you we discussed that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. So here you can see they have got tracheal tubes. Okay. What about the fish? You can answer this.
That's gill, sir.
That skills obviously. Right now, what about this earthworm here? The earthworm here. What like it has got which organ? Which organ is used? Yes, am I audible?
Yes,
This
Can I?
sir.
earthworm. Mhm.
Sir, can I?
For, yeah, you can if you
So
want,
it's
you can.
eating.
It's CT, this here, or we can simply say the body. We can simply say it's a body. All right.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and this structure which you mentioned here, like it's, I guess, a vessel-like structure, and it has got a particular function to perform, and it stores some of the crucial organs of the earth forms, which I'm forgetting the name of. Okay,